With the growing popularity of video games in the late 90s, there seems to be a lot of games that were made just for the hell of it. One's based on movies, one's based on books, and even one's based on the Blues Brothers.
That's right. There are actually video games based on musicians. And I don't mean rhythm games like Guitar Hero because that would actually make sense. I'm talking about a straight up platformer about the Blues Brothers. It was called Blues Brothers 2000, but I always called it Blues Brothers 64, because Blues Brothers 2000 is also the name of the Blues Brothers movie.
And that's almost as confusing as this guy's dance moves.
I'm lost.
So the game starts with one of the Blues Brothers wanting to get his band back together for a battle of the bands, which sounds like a good starting point until you realise that he's in jail. A security guard then comes into the cell, drops the key, and allows the most ex machina escape I've ever heard of in a video game. From there, your goal is to escape the prison and find the other members of your band. Simple. To progress through the prison, you have to go into each of these doors, then find a key and then open the next door. And you continue like this until you find the door that leads to the outside. But it's not as easy as I'm making it sound. You'll be attacked by everyone, and I mean everyone. Not only the security guards, but also the other inmates. And I don't understand why, but for some reason, some of them can electrocute you. Sorry, I had like a thing in my throat. The strangest part of this prison, however, is this one room. It leads to a mental ward and acts as a minigame that I am now going to explain to you. So you have these patients over here that you need to get over to this nurse, and you do that by using these buttons on the ground. And that's fine, I'll believe in the possibility of this situation, I really will. But how are these patients even remotely out of control as stated here? Because they seem to be compliant as heck if you ask me. In fact, considering that someone else is actually gonna control them, they pretty much are out of control, but that's not a bad thing. 'Cause you're controlling them. Right? Now, although the goal is to escape the prison, if you do so without collecting all of these musical notes, you have to start all over again. It's not even stated that you need to collect them until you finish the level. And let me tell you, this is one long level. It's such a long level that there are multiple bosses. The first is a 10-foot tall security guard. And the second is an insanely huge lunch lady that wants to put you in her stew. I was trying to straight up attack her, but nothing seemed to work. By mistake, I did a ground pound on the table and then this thing appeared. I didn't take too much notice though, but I did it again, and that's when I found out what I was supposed to be doing. Matching two images together like I'm a 5-year-old. And for those of you that don't understand how I feel about this part, allow me to spell it out for you. ITSUCKS. Hashtag. There's also another minigame that's a rhythm-based one, but for whatever reason it doesn't go in time with the music that's playing, making it incredibly difficult. Go figure. Once you've got all the notes and escaped the prison, it's off to the second level. And here you realize that nobody actually likes the Blues Brothers. In fact, they downright hate them. People will run you over with their cars, random women on the street will beat you to death for no reason, old men will slap you with newspapers, bathing women will club you with their loofahs, and even a harmless turtle will try to attack you on sight. Was this made by people who have a grudge against the Blues Brothers or something? I realize they've got to have enemies in a game, but it's weird that they chose the general public and a turtle. I'm just saying. Because if I was making a game about my band, which you should totally check out, I'd be a bit more better with my PR, if you know what I mean. Now this place is hell. It seems like a normal town, and then the ground gives way, and suddenly you've got to jump to the next piece of ground, but then that starts falling, and I don't think I want to go to Chicago ever. And whilst all this chaos is going on, you're graced with a single music track. But as far as platformers go, it's not too bad. It's certainly no Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, but it's enjoyable enough. At least it is enjoyable enough until you reach this section. How do I escape? No matter how hard you try, you cannot outrun this crocodile, or alligator, I haven't decided which one it is yet. And before you say it, no, you cannot climb up this ladder, and you can't jump out of the way. That leaves you with the only option of attacking it, but guess what? None of your attacks do diddly squat. This is as far as I've ever come. This section is the stuff of my nightmares, and there's no turning back once you're down here. The crocodile/alligator doesn't run after you until a certain point. The game is quite literally making you kill yourself. It's just saying, you had enough, kid? Huh? Go on, do it! End your miserable existence! And it's so annoying because I don't actually want to give up. The next level is a graveyard level, and if it's one thing I need, it's more Halloween levels. But I've come up with a theory. A game theory. I'm just kidding, but I do have a theory. Let me explain it. What if this graveyard level isn't a level at all? What if you're not supposed to get past this crocodile/alligator? What if the next level is shown as a graveyard because you're meant to die here? And so only his body gets taken to the graveyard and you can't play. Yeah. Dark as heck. Whoa, I should do an NPC oddities on the Blues Brothers. They're so deep. Whoa.
And I guess that's all I can say about Blues Brothers 64. Was it good? Well, in the words of the Blues Brothers themselves, I made some mistakes, had some bad breaks, now my mind don't work, and my whole body aches.
I freaking love the Blues Brothers!
If you couldn't tell, that was a dignified no. This game sucks. Do yourself a favor and do not play it. Unless you like the Blues Brothers and uninteresting platformers. Because then you might like it. Toodaloo.
Hey, it's been a long time since I did one of these episode things, so sorry that it took so long, but I've been really busy lately, like I've got a lot on my plate right now, but hopefully now I'll be able to get them out faster, and if I can't, then I'm sorry. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, that's nice. And please like and favorite this video, because that's also nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go now, but we'll speak soon, yeah? Ciao, lao, BYE.
That was the funniest video I've ever seen.